The Internet of Things was basically an idea that conceptualized by the global trend where Internet of Things is becoming a very fast-moving technology in the global space, actually. We looked at Internet of Things from the region's perspective and what the needs of the region are. There was no show here that was actually addressing the need of the society here. Middle East, in a lot of ways, is not the front runner in technology embracement. So out here, whilst there's a lot of embracement that has happened of IoT in US, out here companies are still trying to understand, okay, what can IoT do for us? If we had to leverage IoT, what benefits can we derive from it? So the show and also the conferences attached to it are actually looking from the level of CIO's needs and CFO and CEO needs as to how this transition can happen for them. And of course, with IoT being chosen as the platform for a smart city transition by Dubai government, with His Highness's vision of making Dubai the smartest city by 2020, it's very natural that everyone wants to know, okay, how is it that we can be part of this new phenomena? So it's in its all totality, it's a show that showcases the best of IoT solutions that are available to the companies in today's state, and how is it that companies can use these to deliver the benefits for their businesses. There are two conferences that we have running. One is the Internet of Things conference, and the other is the Big Data conference. And obviously the overlap is, that if you have all the data, then how do you draw the insights and how do you use that to actually leverage your IoT solution? And also at the same time, when you have the connectors and the sensors connecting with each other, then there is a lot of data flowing through those sensors. So how is it that you can maximize, the insights and information that you can draw from that data? So it was a very good fit, which is why we launched them together. And that's exactly the conversation that's happening in the two conference rooms, where they're trying to understand, okay, what is Internet of Things, but then what can we do with big data once we start to really look at Internet of Things as a solution for our business. We have about 45 exhibitors and sponsors here from roughly around 30 countries. We have companies from China, from Russia, from UK, from USA, from France, from Germany. So there's a lot of embracement that's happened with the show, with the belief in the show. And obviously Dubai Smart Government are our strategic partner for this event, and that lends the belief and support of Dubai government per se. So it's been very, very, very fruitful. We have about 7,000 pre-reg visitors at this point in time. Obviously, we'll have to do a count of how many have come to the event, and based on the marketing that we've done, based on some of the geos that we've targeted, we were looking at getting people from across the Middle East region, but also from North Africa, from Turkey, from some of these other countries as well. Again, it wasn't something that we reached out to Europe or UK or US from a visitor perspective, but we don't know as yet. Once we do the analysis, we'll be able to see how far we've been able to get people from there. But the vision for this event for the first year was not to draw in too many overseas visitors. I mean, too many international visitors. The overseas visitors are all from the region itself. Without our lead partners and some of the senior sponsors that came on board, I don't believe this event would have been delivered to the extent we were able to. And it was a launch event, and the fact that they believed in it was a great pat in the back for us as well, to be able to execute it and deliver it. So yes, I'd like to thank Dubai Smart Government. They were our strategic partner for this event, and they're running a hackathon on site. They are our strategic partner on that as well, and it's been a great journey working with them and sort of resonating the theme of what Dubai Smart Government and the vision of Dubai Smart Government with the event. Also at the same time, we had several lead partners come on board. We had Cisco, Huawei, DIC, Avaya, EMC. We have SAP, who are our lead partners as well. I'm sorry if I miss out anyone. There are quite a few of them, but it's been a wonderful experience working with everyone. The ways in which it can be leveraged are just enormous, and I believe that when you're looking at a far-sighted vision, a lot of these things we don't even know how they're actually going to pan out. But looking at it at this point in time, I think it's all about how can you capture the data of people who are visiting your stand. How is it that you can leverage off the video content that you have for the show? How do you track the profile of audiences that are following those videos? So there's several ways in which you can harness that information if you start really delving deep into it. So I believe that even when we come to a show, there's so many different industry verticals, so many different profiles that actually attend the show. So if you can start getting a clearer understanding of it, then it helps the sponsors. So I believe that video integration certainly helps, because that's the most dynamic way of reaching out to people and actually interacting with them. And even if you're not being able to do a face-to-face with them, it's a very nice personalized way of reaching out to them. We definitely look at expanding the show in 2016. We still have, a lot of leverage that we can take from the topic itself. Internet of Things is obviously, it can be industrial Internet of Things. It can mean, Internet of Everything. So really looking at the dynamics of, how the different needs of the region are, but also at the same time looking at specialized verticals like security, like big data and cloud, and the overlap between how they interface with each other in the Internet of Things circle.